Hi, it's Roger here with the very first episode of Entrepreneur TV 2017. So welcome to the episode, and on this episode I'm going to be sharing all about the 5 keys to unlock your goals. I'm here on the beach in Bali for a really important reason, which I'm going to share at the end of the video. But these 5 keys are absolutely critical if you're still at that point where you're actually wondering, am I going to achieve those goals I've actually set for 2017? Now, many of you obviously have heard all about SMART goals, right? I mean, SMART is standing for something that's specific, something that's measurable, something that's agreed, something that's realistic, something that's time relevant. So the whole idea is that if you actually have those 5 things in place, you can achieve your goals. Well, I know a lot of people that do all those 5 things and still don't achieve their goals. So why? I want to share with you the difference of criteria and conditions. So those 5 things are criteria, like a recipe is a criteria. It's like, if you can actually just follow this recipe, you'll make an amazing cake. Well, if you don't have a kitchen to bake the cake in, if you don't have the ingredients, it doesn't matter how great the recipe is, it's still not going to happen. So conditions are the things you need to have around you that allow you to then be able to follow the criteria, right? So you can have the SMART goals without the criteria, nothing's going to happen. So what are the SMART? What are the 5 conditions that you need in order to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve? In my view, these are the 5. Number 1 is all about spirit. Spirit is about knowing that if you have goals that are all about things happening for your benefit, it's going to be really difficult to enroll other people into those goals. If you have things that are working through you for a higher purpose, it's a whole lot easier. So what's so important about this is understanding that spirit. Like, if you actually really want to be competing in the Olympics, you need to tap into human spirit. If you really want to be great in business, you need to tap into entrepreneurial spirit. If you bring spirit into it, you'll be amazed at just how much others want to tap in and help and support you, because you're aligned to a bigger purpose. That's the why. So think about that. How can you reframe it so that that spirit comes through you from day one? Number 2 is all about the plan, right? So plan is going from the why to the what. The plan obviously is using things like, the SMART acronym, is using like steps like we have, for example, our promotion plans and our project plans as templates that you can use in GeniusU. But these are all things that actually help you along. It's important, obviously, you need to have that plan, like you need to have the recipe. But the next 3 are the most important, because if you have the spirit, which is the why, if you have the plan, which is the what, then the next part is the who, which is when turning from water to wood to fire. And the fire energy, which is the who, is accountability. So if you are holding yourself accountable to your plan, there's no one checking in with you each week to say how you're doing, the chance of it happening are pretty low. If you, on the other hand, have got that, whether as a business person you've got a mentor, whether as a sports person you've got a coach, it's about having someone that's actually holding you accountable to it. That makes all the difference. The biggest way in sport is actually having a team. So within your own company, that team is what holds you accountable. So have you shared the goals that you've got in such a way that they're behind you and they're holding you accountable to those as well? And then from that accountability, you're then getting to that next level, which is connections, which is all about the when and the where. Knowing that the people that are most connected, not just to the people that they need to know, but the things they need to know, have all the resources they need to actually achieve their goals in the first place. But if you actually are thinking, I don't have the right people around me, or I don't have the right knowledge to make this happen, I don't have the who and the how, then connection is everything, and there's always ways for your goals to become far more likely by investing today in building those connections. And the final one, the most important, which is why we're on this beach right now, is environment. Environment is all about the how at the end. It's about how you connect all of this together. And this is about understanding that with the right environment, you're going to be able to achieve anything. Now, why do I live in Bali, building a global business from Bali? Because I actually operate better on a beach with the sunshine, and I can achieve more than if I was sitting in an office. So that's an environment that works for me. What environment gets you most into your flow in such a way that if you're in that environment, it's just natural for you to actually be able to achieve your goals? For a chef, it's the kitchen. For a footballer, it's the football pitch. So for you, there'll be a place to go, and sometimes you have to physically move from where you are to get to that one spot. So those 5 link together, the 5 questions that we have in the cycle, the alchemical cycle that we use within Wealth Dynamics. The why, which is the water energy, the what, which is the wood energy, the fire, or the who, which is the fire energy, the earth, which is the wind energy, and then the how and the metal energy. Here I am on this beach right now with a whole bunch of boats. They aren't going anywhere because they're in the wrong place. They're sitting on the beach. The number of people I know who have businesses that are amazing businesses, but they're just sitting there not having the one ingredient they need to start moving, which is right over here, the water. And you can see here all the boats that are quite happily ready to set sail and go wherever they need to go, because they've got all the conditions that's going to allow them to that success. Look at that little difference. There's hardly anything. Tiny little beach that stops these boats from going anywhere, that allows these boats to go everywhere. So with that as a little metaphor to finish off on this video, I'm hoping for you take those simple small steps, that you actually go through those 5, which actually spell out space. So you actually have SPACE in those 5 as an acronym. Create the space for success to happen. Until the next video, have a fantastic month ahead, and we'll catch up with you soon.